What's up, y'all? Dana Polk Jr. Master Executive 8. And in this video, we're going to be talking about 7 reasons you either need to calm down all that weed you're smoking or just stop altogether, right? So, the first reason is the very fact that you're asking the question. If you're asking yourself, hey, do I smoke too much, or should I slow down, or should I stop? The very act of asking that question means you need to stop. The very act of asking that question is confirmation that you already know, and that all you're looking is for some outside validation. If that's what you're looking for, then here it is right here. You need to chill out, slow down, stop altogether, right? So that's first. Number 2, health reasons. Smoking is just not really that good for you. Of course, smoking marijuana doesn't nowhere near have the same effects as smoking marijuana. However, you are still inhaling smoke into the lungs. Especially if you smoke like papers, blunts, anything like that, it's still leaving residue on your lungs, and you won't be able to breathe as well as you did if you didn't. I once seen because I used to always think that papers were cleaner, which they are, but they still leave tar on the lungs. I saw an experiment one time where this guy, what he does is he takes these jars, he puts cotton balls in them, and they're supposed to simulate the lungs, and he would put either a cigarette or a joint, whatever he would put into it. So he did the joints. He did them for like 30 days. And by the time at the end of them 30 days, them cotton balls looked real tarry. And that was only 30 days. Just imagine if you've been doing that for years. Same thing. Next reason. So yeah, health reason. And hold, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of benefits to smoking marijuana. A lot of benefits to using it as a herb. A lot of benefits. But it's like, I feel like it comes a point where, you use it for what you use it for, and you put it down. If you find yourself not doing that, and you're just, doing it just cause, and you think you got an issue, you should probably slow down or stop. Next, you're losing productivity, especially if you're smoking a indica. You got your indica and your sativas. The indicas are known to relax you, and the sativas are known to heighten all your senses and stuff like that. Like, I know when I smoked a sativa for the first time, I was out in the woods, and it was like I was seeing all the auras coming off of everything out there. Something never happened before. I thought that was crazy. You know what I mean? So like I said, it has its purposes. But when it gets to the point, this bee just, you love me so much, right? That's why you want to land on me and stuff. But anyway, so yeah. The indicas, which is the majority of what you're buying, especially if it's out in the street, make you really relax to the point to where, I know for me, I'm not really that productive when I smoke. I still am, especially since I've been practicing semen retention. I notice my energy levels are different now, but still, I was definitely less productive than when I wasn't. All right, so you'll be more productive. Or if you're losing productivity, this may be one of the reasons why you need to stop or slow down smoking marijuana. The next is spending too much money. If you're rich, you don't really got this issue, or if you got money like that, it's not really an issue. But if you have financial goals and the money that you spend on weed is getting in the way of that. It's going to prevent you from reaching those goals as fast as you could if you weren't buying marijuana, right? So that's an obvious one. I'm not going to delve too much deeper into that. Next is you're trying to be an example. So, you got a child, you don't want your child to smoke. You can't be telling your child not to smoke and you smoke too. I mean, you can, but I guarantee you they ain't going to listen to you as much as they would if you didn't. So, yeah, you're going to want to, if that's an example that you want to set for your children, that it's okay to smoke, then fine, that's cool, keep going. If not, and you want to set the example for your child, then you might want to change that up. Like, I don't know if any of you know what it's like to have your son or your daughter ask you, hey, why are you smoking? In a way to where it's like, why are you doing that? That's not good for you. That was the tone of voice. And then you just be sitting there feeling kind of stupid because you know better. You know what I mean? So that's another reason. Next is if you can't put it down. If for whatever reason you find that you can't put it down and it's hindering your life in any way, shape, or form, then that's another reason that you need to slow down or stop altogether. So if for whatever reason you pick it up and you can't put it down, and you not being able to put it down is affecting the things that you're doing, then that's another reason you need to stop or slow down. And this last reason, it's only going to apply to a selective few of you. But if you're doing semen retention, and especially if you're doing the semen retention hard mode. So I just started a 90-day hard mode semen retention program for myself. After I complete it, I'll roll that guys off for you on my semen retention and NoFap channel, so you guys can go check that out over there. But basically with semen retention and NoFap is, semen retention is, for those who are unfamiliar, just real quick, is basically the act of not ejaculating. Doesn't necessarily mean you can't have sex. You just are not ejaculating for a specified period of time for whatever reasons you have. NoFap is basically not masturbating, and it has more to do with along the lines of people who have had pornography addictions or things like that. And then hard mode is basically, you got easy mode, you got normal, and you got hard mode. So hard mode is basically where you abstain from sexual activity altogether, sexual thoughts, sexual acts, anything having to do with sex in the way of its primarily physical nature is basically cut out. No sexual thoughts, no sexual speech, no sexual actions, no sex, no nothing. It is a complete transmutation, because all of your sexual energy is now being channeled everywhere but through sex, right? So if you're also smoking marijuana, trying to do this hard mode, it's going to be difficult for you, because you'll find your mind wandering towards sex. I mean, you'll be less in control of yourself, and it's going to make it harder to maintain those, to keep those thoughts transmuting that sexual energy. So that's the last reason. If you're doing a semen retention hard mode, and you're transmuting all of your sexual energy, it's going to be a lot easier for you if you're not smoking marijuana. So just to recap, let me see, I got my other phone, I got them on there. Just to recap, 7 reasons you need to slow down or stop smoking marijuana. Health reasons. Number 1, you ask yourself the question, am I smoking too much, or is this hindering me? Number 3, you're losing productivity. Number 4, you're spending too much money. Number 5, you're trying to be an example. Number 6, you can't put it down. And number 7, you're in the semen retention hard mode.